All right. So, what's up, party players? No, you don't have your dice. Wait, good start. Good start, guys.
Wow, rookie mistake.
All right. Well, we'll jump into what happened last time. I'm gonna ask CB, echo or premonition?
Listen, baby, I thought about this already.
Premonition.
Unless you're not ready for it.
Oh, I got fine. No, I develop enough dialogue for both before.
It's a 50-50 question. You would hope he's ready for both.
I'm just saying, if you prefer one, I find them cool either way. So,
okay, CB, you see yourself sliding down a whirlpool of sand. It's almost like spiraling like a drain as you're trying to swim across up against the current of this sand. You feel yourself slipping closer and closer to the vortex. The weight of the sand starts crushing your body. As you start to slip under, you feel your breath getting choked out by the sand entering your mouth and your lungs. As you're buried alive in this stream of fine earth, you feel scared. And then all of a sudden, you feel at home. And then you snap back to flames lighting up the sky as this doghouse baby Yaga is ignited in fire.
Yes.
As you can hear like the sizzling of wood and flesh of this like kind of
sizzling of flesh.
Yeah. As this like lit up grease cocktail hits the thing, explodes all over it. I'm gonna turn to the group. What is your first action? What is the first thing you do as you see this thing ignite?
Am I included in this group?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are all like within 15 to 20 feet of this thing as it just goes up like a fireball, and it's still like kind of scattered about. The flames are just like the top layer of skin. Some of the wood of this doghouse structure is starting to catch on fire and burn. It's nowhere near ash.
What is it doing?
This thing starts to look a little panicked as like the thing looks like it's feeling pain. Again, it's a doghouse with giant chicken legs, and it's starting to scamper about. And it looks like it's just like starting to get its bearings, planting its feet, and it looks like it's like gonna start taking off.
okay. It's doing that while it's on fire.
Yeah, like it's just like,
So
you know, like in movies when someone lights on fire and they just like run off like in a direction because they don't know what to do.
no.
Let's say like the Return of the King, where the
I already know the scene.
yeah, where the steward of Gondor lights himself on fire, then realizes his son's alive, and then decides to get up and run off the top of the building and dive.
Yeah.
Thing kind of looks like it's panicking.
No, man.
I think I just say, Fate, what the fuck? And that's my initial reaction to it as I try and
We'll
figure
go
out
after.
I think there's like a level of shock from Elpis because if I remember the session correctly, Elpis was trying to like I think she was like in the middle of dialogue, so she was
You
like
had
what's
cast calm emotions?
well, I was on
that's
the potatoes. I
Sorry.
was on the potatoes.
Sorry.
But like
Yeah.
we were talking to this creature, and so I think Elpis just whips around and like looks at Fate to see what Fate's doing.
You tried to cast Zone of Truth on me. That's what you tried to do.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think my reaction is very similar to
I'm gonna
CB's.
try to. It's on the other side. Oh, careful.
Just
Well,
Uh,
from
You have DKs.
Hold on,
Wait,
sorry.
Matt's
Matt's
saying his
talking.
part.
oh, I'm sorry.
Fate,
That's okay.
Leichelle role-playing Fate straight up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Al's reaction is very similar to CB's. Just whips around to Fade and it's like, "What are you doing?" And turns around to Elpis and CB and says, "Like, do you have anything that could put this out?"
As you say that, this thing starts to take off.
I throw water on it.
Okay.
There's water nearby.
You're in the middle of a snowy brushland.
Yeah.
Do you have any water? There's nothing that you can visibly see. As the thing
Well,
is,
Eric, snow is a form of water.
Okay. You tell me. You tell me what you're doing.
I just told you what I'm doing.
You're picking up some. You're throwing snow at it.
Mm-hmm.
No balls. Seriously.
Just
I
constant
just want to
snowball.
understand why you want to put it out now because you just set it on fire.
I want.
Is it a threat? Look what I can do.
Yeah.
Don't try and logic this.
I want to show it that we mean business,
It's a baby.
and that's the way to do it.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1.
Okie dokie.
Eric, I may try and stretch some things. Wait, what does this do?
Good start. Good start.
Okay.
Talk to me.
You tell me if this is something that I can do. I would like to use one of my archfey spells to make God, what are they called? To basically cast overgrowth
Okay.
in the area around and have a bunch of those and I'm totally forgetting to get the name of them. They're the big leafy plants that like sit on trees with like a bunch of water and just like try and grow a bunch of plants with those like over top the house in a desperate attempt to try and douse it.
Okay. As you
Wait.
I forget what they're called.
You not resolve my.
You said you rolled a
my
1.
snow?
You said you.
No, I rolled a 1. That's why I'm putting snow on it.
Okay. So you see this like this field of you said overgrowth.
Well, it's plant growth. Yeah.
Plant growth. Okay, so.
If it doesn't work, then so be it.
Well, yeah. So you see plants starting to grow as Fate reaches down to grab some snow and throw a snowball at this thing. Please roll an attack roll as you throw this ball of snow at it.
Is this just a D20?
Yes, please. And if you're proficient in snowballs, you can add your dexterity.
I rolled a 9 plus 6.
15? Yeah. Okay. I'll say the snowball hits. As the snow approaches the flaming house, the snow starts to melt into like water, and it's like spritz onto the side of this thing. Not really enough water to have a significant effect on the the burning. As the plants start to grow up, what's Elpis doing and what's CB doing?
Go ahead.
And I say in Job voice, I made a huge mistake.
How big is the fire on this thing? This thing is like 6 feet wide. Like, how big is this object?
So it's about 15 feet tall.
Okay, and it's so 15 feet of fire.
15 feet tall of fire, and it's maybe 8 to 10 feet wide.
How far back are we?
You are now around 45 feet, given that it's taken off.
Okay.
I want to cast. Now this is not flammable. It says in the thing. I want to cast grease on the ground.
Okay.
All right.
I don't want it to run away on fire. I want to be able to help it, and I don't know how to communicate with it.
Okay.
So I want to. It says non-flammable grease covers the ground.
So here's the fun part. As it starts to run and the grease, actually, I want to see what Elpis is doing before I finish everything up.
Elpis starts running after it and tries to keep up with it if possible. And then if she feels like she can get to a point where she's close enough to it, she's within 60 feet, she's going to cast Healing Word. She's going to call out, "We mean you no harm, I promise." And she's going to cast Healing Word on
I'll tell you what, if somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at me and then yelled that, I would believe.
Most of us mean you no harm.
Okay. So
And I'm just trying to teach you a lesson.
what does it need to succeed or fall prone on the grease? As you see grease start to like layer on the ground as these plants start to kind of like rise up from it.
Dex saving throw, it needs to be to 15.
15. Yeah, it's a 16.
Son of a bitch.
So it starts tromping through. The growth starts to slow it down. So I'm gonna say it's gonna have another chance to slip on this grease. as the plants start to slow it down. However, the plant overgrowth starts to light on fire. So the
Oh,
grease
no.
doesn't light on fire, but now you see all this thick natural plant start to kind of push up out of the snow.
I made a huge mistake.
And you start to see it like
Epiphytes-
springing from the house into this wall of fire that the brush is starting to pick up across the the forest in front of you.
Epiphytes are very water laden. They're not that flammable.
Well, they've been enriched, so they are more. There's more woody growth than you expected.
Fine.
Like my marriage, am I right?
I'm not high-fiving-
Hey-oh.
I'm not high-fiving that. Okay, we're gonna go back to the round 2 in this bit of a chase. How the thing is starting to take off. What are you guys doing as it's? Actually, no. As the fire starts to fall down, I would like everybody to make a dexterity save as some of these flames are shaking through the brush and trying to catch itself. You see like little pieces of flame embers fly off towards you guys. A dexterity save to dodge these
Was
flames.
it this thing here?
Mhm.
8.
Dexterity save.
Oh.
I rolled a 2 plus 6. Thank God.
9.
I also rolled a 9.
Not
Rolled a
great though,
6.
guys.
Don't worry. It's only 2 fire damage for those that failed, which I believe is all of you. What was owls?
Owl was 6.
Yeah, you all failed. So 2 points of fire damage as it takes off.
For now.
Okay, the second round. So we turn to you guys. What are you guys doing as it's starting to like catch itself? It's still in the grease, but it's panicking and just trying to run away from the source of what lit this thing on fire as it's trying to like shake the flames off.
Did it heal any?
You gather that you kept it kind of even with the damage it took from the fire.
Listen
Okay.
to us. Just chill out. If you don't, we'll do more of that.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. Okay. What's everybody else doing?
Is a Baba Yaga, sorry, Baby Yaga in this case, humanoid?
No.
Damn, it's a house with legs. You decide.
I decided it's humanoid.
Okay. I'm gonna try.
Uh-huh.
Elpis is gonna try the opposite tactic of fate. Who's trying to reason with it.
Okay.
And Elpis is gonna try the approach of it being a baby. And she's gonna take her keys out of her bag.
Go go gaga.
And she's gonna say, she's gonna be like, look what I got. Come back over here. It's okay. We want to help you. And she does like the baby voice.
We've got Miss Rachel.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Friends. Yeah, we want to do
Oh,
that.
now you're talking, Lee.
Perception check. Sorry.
Mhm.
What did you?
Persuasion
We've got Bluey.
with advantage.
With advantage. Well, that's good. That's the exact same roll, but I ended up with a 12.
Okay. All right. Owl, what are you doing?
Jeez. What can I do?
CB, what are you doing while we wait for Owl?
How far away is it now?
It's about, you guys moved in a little. It's between 45 and 30 feet.
45 and 30 feet.
The plant growth slowed it down and the grease also didn't.
What about the snow?
The snow seemed to have no effect.
I'm going to use minor illusion, which also has a sound component. If you create a sound, its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, etc. I'm just gonna yell stop. I don't have much to work with, so this is what I got.
Give me a persuasion check. Just flat. And then Owl, what are you doing while he's...
Okay, so the only thing that I can think of is, and how big is this thing again? It's like
in that 20. 15 feet high, 8 to 10 feet wide.
Jeez. I mean, Owl's next best solution was to take his bedroll out and try and throw it over as like a fire blanket to try and like deprive the fire of oxygen. That was his plan.
Objects instead of spells. Oh, that's so smart.
I use snow.
Yeah, so sure. If you want to do that, you can take your blanket and he just starts like dousing some of the flames against its leg.
Yeah, science.
Okay. As you start doing that, I'm gonna say, hold up, it's standing in the grease on its turn. Jeez. It seems like it wasn't. How do I put this? It takes a beat. It takes a look at what the keys that you're like shaking. The creature that threw the cocktail at the thing. It doesn't really understand the words you're saying, but it does recognize that you're trying to communicate with it. And then as Owl comes in, starts whacking it with a blanket, it continues its panic and starts rushing in the direction. I think that's how it would respond to that, not knowing that what you're trying to do is helping it. As it keeps kind of pushing through, Owl, since you approached it with the towel or the blanket, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw against the grease from CB now that you're standing in it.
Grease me up.
Oh, watch
Well.
out for the grease.
That's his retirement grease.
Oh, gotta watch an incredibly slow rolling D20. Oh, it was like just on the 20 and it moved over to a 2. So I rolled a 4.
Right, and you just slide on this grease as you put all your energy into the blanket and kind of lose your footing as you go like belly down, start sliding across the grease towards it as it makes its way past the area of the grease. More of the brush starts to ignite on fire as you're kind of like basically this overgrowth around you is just lit in flames that you're amongst. So the heat is going to start getting to you a little bit as you're going to take another 6 points of fire damage inside this patch of flames.
Oh man.
Okay, back to you guys. What's your next course of action as this thing took a beat to pause? Notice you're trying to, but has continued its journey away from you guys.
So I'm okay. So I wanted to. I don't quite know how I want to do this, so I got to think about it for a second. Cameron said he wants to try and like throw snow at it as it's running away. That's what he whispered to me. I'm curious if Fate has any like what Fate's doing at the moment.
Do I have my wings yet?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you used them this long rest?
Where can I see that?
Go to your actions. Scroll down. Scroll. I think it's a bonus action. You can also look under feats and traits. Under your species trait, healing hands. You've already used it. It's a bonus action.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that means I'm going to do the psychic. Oh no, that's an attack, isn't it?
You're throwing daggers at it?
Well, I was going to say psychic whispers, but that's an attack.
Al, feel free to jump in if anybody's got ideas.
What other things can I possibly do?
The only other thing I could do is another heal. So I might at this point throw that out. But maybe make a final plea for it to allow us to help. What language do Baby Yaga speak?
I don't know.
Can we roll a history check to see if we know?
If I have comprehend all languages, could I? would I be able to know if any of the sounds that it's making?
So I don't think the spell would do it. The spell would like translate
Yeah.
for you. Whereas maybe just your your knowledge of like working with languages and trying to suss out. Since it's a monstrosity, I would say it's actually more about nature. It's not nature.
I mean, can I just run up to it? Like Matt's owl is way up to it, right?
I would say, you know what? Give me an Arcana check.
Me?
Yes, please.
19.
19. So I would say, like, looking at this creature, you notice it doesn't have like a distinguishable face. It doesn't have a distinguishable mouth. You don't see anything that have ears. So you would get the sense that it doesn't actually speak,
Okay.
and you'd probably guess that like anything that it's hearing maybe more of like vibrations rather than language.
Okay. This thing is an AT-AT, right?
An ATST. Let's
So
be clear.
I have a rope. I'm going to
Good
run underneath
question.
its leg like an AT-AT.
Okay.
I'm just like one of the 9 characters or the 9 Star Wars movies that has the same characters. I'm going to try to rope it so it falls down, and I'm going to use my water skin, which I have not.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot on your turn.
4 pints of
Pick
water.
one. Pick one.
I'm going to throw 4 pints of water at it and
Okay.
yell to others, which is free action.
Mhm.
Use your water skin.
Okay.
I think I have one.
Okay.
So can I go back to the language for a second?
Sure.
Finish that thought. Something that I wanted to know about. It does have eyes, like it can see.
You don't see any eyes.
Oh, I didn't see any eyes. Okay. So it is just,
A house with legs. Yeah.
it's literally just a house with legs. Okay. How does it feel pain? How do we know
Creatures
that
with
it
their
feels
eyes
pain?
don't feel pain.
It doesn't have mouth, nose, ears.
He got up and ran.
It's just legs. It's just working. It's just.
Eric, can I ask you a question?
You can go ahead.
Can we resolve it? Or...
In my background, would I know whether this creature sleeps or not? Or does it just like, is it up all the time?
You would know that it sleeps.
Okay. I am then gonna expend a pack slot to make it fall asleep.
You're just ignoring my.
No. So
And
I'm trying to get a sense of what all 4 of you are doing.
Okay.
And then. Okay. So you're gonna try to make it sleep. Are you using like a sleep spell?
yes.
Okay.
So it's gonna sleep.
And then
to death.
CB, what are you doing?
I don't have a water skin, so sorry I left for a sec. Is it prone right now or is it running?
It's running.
I'm just gonna try and keep up with it.
Okay.
I said that you were gonna try and like.
Well, only if it was prone. Like if I
Okay.
could catch up with it and I could shovel snow to it, but since
You're-
it's running, I'm gonna
You're
keep
keeping pace
following
with it. You see Fate throwing the equivalent of like a pitcher of beer worth of water towards this.
Oh, the color commentary.
I'm just describing what you do. So you see this like, so like it hits some of the flames and like hampers some of the flames, but doesn't really put out the house. As you see, Elpis trying to like understand this creature, figure out what they're dealing with, like really thinking it through, this like strategizing how to deal with this thing. You see CB just booking it, trying to catch up with it, keeping pace, and then Owl, as you cast your sleep spell on it, how do we resolve the sleep? I know the sleep spell is new,
So it says. So I guess the question is, who is? Because I'm going to be centering it around the house.
yeah.
So who's within 5 feet of this house?
Me.
You could target like the upper half and not get anybody if you're.
I could, couldn't I?
Unless you want to put me to
Or you're
sleep.
trying to get. I guess the closest. No one would be within 5
Yeah,
feet.
would.
You got within 5 feet.
Enough to throw a pint at him?
Okay, you're within 5 feet.
I'm just being honest.
I can
I
throw a
mean-
pint more than 5 feet.
No, you couldn't.
I honestly would like not spare fate. Like,
Gee.
Yeah, that's fair.
so
That's in character.
because as far as I can tell, you have set this house on fire and then you have frantically tried to put it out within the span of like a minute, and I have no idea what you're gonna do. So
I'm
yes,
not
I think
arguing
it would
with
be
you.
safer to target both of you.
Okay.
So you must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 2.
Or
So
B. It got a 2.
yeah, and you're asleep as well. So as you start to see it kind of stagger, it falls to like one of its knees and then collapses down. The thing is still on fire, but it seems to have fallen. Fallen
Yeah.
So
asleep.
now let's start up with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I start
So I
shuffling.
think-
Sorry,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead, CB.
No, that was it. I just like that was the if I hadn't formally said if then thing, but that's what I had in my head. If I could catch
Yeah.
up.
I'll do that too.
It's your-
I'll
it's your-
double snow.
It's your turn, Matt. So go ahead.
And you see.
Yeah, I was gonna say Owl does the same thing and maybe like uses his bedroll to try and pat
Okay.
the flames out
And
as
you,
well. if needed.
so as you are putting this house out, you see Fate kind of running alongside fall unconscious as well. All right, the house.
So, Paul, so next week when we do a third episode, just with Eric and you guys will do yours, and then Sean and Andrew
Keep splitting up.
Yeah.
keep splitting up the team.
He's
All
just
right.
trying to get more content.
Okay, so the action turns to you guys as you've
Well, some of you.
taken this down for now. Owl, you would know that your sleep spell is only a short period of time.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm gonna go up to the baby Yaga, and I'm gonna once again heal it. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds after I finish shoveling snow,
Mhm.
and just do my final. I'll do it as a first level.
Easy enough.
It's 14 healing. So that's
Holy
the
moly.
most I'm gonna do for healing for this at the moment. But is
Really
the
good.
fire out?
Yes, I will say the fire is out.
And that's all Elpis is gonna do for now.
All right. So I think Owl is going to turn to Elpis and CB and say, "All right, listen, I'm so grateful that you decided to help with this, but like," and he points to Fate. It's like, is she going to be a problem? Because I cannot have this go wrong for me.
What? Define that.
Like,
What's problematic for you?
Yeah. What?
listen, I'm happy to you know, to align when things, you know, are aligned for us. You know, if my lady can help you guys out, then that's great. If you'll help get what she needs, then that's great. But like, listen, at the end of the day, if I have to pick between her and you guys, I think you know who I'm gonna pick.
Yeah.
We clear on that?
We clear.
We're clear. She only throws a Molotov cocktail. Is this the second time or the first time?
I think this is the. Well, I don't know what happened in the barn. I wasn't actually at that session, so I don't know if it was a Molotov cocktail or not.
Okay, yeah, twice.
Okay.
The fact that it's not the first time.
Someone check her bag while she's asleep. Get rid of all the.
But on a permanent, it's unlikely, depending on how long we adventure with you, that you'll see another Molotov cocktail. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely.
I'm
Like,
Pretty-
I'm not like gonna wander out in a thunderstorm, but it is unlikely that I'll get hit. Does that make sense?
I'm just saying, she tries to destroy this house again. and it's not sleep that I'm casting next time.
Ooh.
I think that's fair.
Okay, so long as we're clear. And I think before doing anything related to fate, like I think if the fire is out and Elpis has, cast a healing spell on the house, like I would try to turn to them and say, like, I'm gonna try and wake the house up first. Like, let's just try and calm it down and hope it doesn't bolt before she wakes up. So that's what I'm gonna try and do, is like rouse it from the sleep.
I feel like we're not only seeing Matt's character, but Matt as a father is like coming into play here. Like I just got a talking to from Matt as a father.
He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
He's disappointed.
Daddy Matt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Clip
call
that. Eric, I will pay
Miles
gold
says
sums
it's
for that audio clip.
I don't know that the child says daddy.
Daddy Matt. That's
Well, now both of you said it.
Now we have audio clips of everyone saying it.
Okay, so safe to say you are trying to stir this house up.
Yes.
Okay, as you do, you see the thing kind of
You're trying to raise the roof.
twitch, move, and like making some like weird sounds as it like picks itself up, kind of like to a knee, very tentative.
Yeah. I think Owl is gonna try and be as assuring as possible and say, "Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're safe with us now.
Does it see me?
Everything's gonna be fine."
Okay, those low dulcet tones. Give me a persuasion check.
I want to be in the background, making like soothing noises.
Dirty 20.
All right. It seems calm. Seems like it's not panicking and rushing off just a second. Okay, what are you guys doing?
How do we persuade something that we've learned cannot hear us with that?
Well, I think you more than anybody realize that it may be less the words and the tone of voice and how you're saying things that seems to be getting its attention. The soothing tones, the low gravelly voice, the calmness seems to
Love me a gravelly voice.
You're picking up that this thing is a little bit more empathetic than you might have realized.
So I think, and again, LPCB, feel free to step in at any point. But
I think it's about at this moment, though. I'm going to cut in here. As Elpis, you hear hello, Dr. Susanna Perp here. Just checking in. How's my schnookums doing?
Do I know that I'm the only one that hear this?
It's a sending spell to you.
Schnookums is great. We are currently taking care of the baby, and we are working all together, and everyone is behaving themselves.
It's definitely not on fire,
No.
or hasn't been.
No, everything is good.
This is just Cameron.
This is true. Okay, yeah. Everyone's great. Schnookums especially did a great job. You would be so proud.
Excellent. I look forward to seeing you shortly. Make sure nothing happens to the child.
Yes, the child. Absolutely. The child is in good hands.
And I think in the same message, because it's not too many back and forths, but and make sure no sweets for Owl.
No, there's been no sweets. It's a very we're really minding.
Only potatoes.
Yeah, we're really minding our caloric intake over here.
Caloric intake.
All right, those are the two. I think that's the extent of the
way that
checking in.
That check-in, I imagine it as like Star Fox with a little pop-up at the bottom. I don't know why, but that's how I pictured it.
Elpis just makes like a mental note to check in on Owl and make sure he's like safe and happy, and he's good to go. Do you want to go back to Dr. Suzanne?
Are you asking me this?
No, we'll come back to it. We'll circle back to it.
Understood.
Ugh, circle back.
Okay. So I think at this, like, Fate presumably is still sleeping on the ground or unconscious on the ground. Like, I
Yeah.
think Owl's gonna say, okay, like, let's just get the Baby Yaga back home. I'm gonna start walking. You guys can wake Fate, follow after, keep distance between the two of them, please. And he's gonna try and coax the house back in the direction that they came from, that we came from.
You want to go with? I'm gonna say this off to the side to you or something. Like, you go with them.
And you're gonna stay with Fate?
Well, like, I don't want to lose track of this person. I
Yeah.
don't want them like risk running off or something.
Okay, but we don't have a way to communicate.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to.
No, I will. That sounds good. We're just
I can message you actually.
as long as we stay close enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not thinking we're gonna get super split
Yeah.
up, but I'm just saying if something were to go awry, like at least.
Yeah, let's just try and not get any further away than like 100 feet, maybe. Let's try and keep it at that.
You're just gonna say that out loud to them? To me.
Well, we were whispering, weren't you?
You're saying it to me.
Yeah, I'm saying it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll come with you, Owl. Maybe you and I can walk up ahead.
I'll
There.
take care of Fate.
Come along. You got any more of that lambus bread?
Yes. And you have as much as you want.
Well, all right. And he will take whatever you give him.
Is there sugar in that lambus bread?
I also give him sugar.
You know, he's eating
Yes.
couple of pixie sticks.
like a lot.
Pull out pixie sticks. Yeah, pull out pixie sticks.
Are we just now noticing this?
No,
No.
I'm reiterating what's happening.
All right, so as you're coaxing this thing forward, I'm going to ask you guys to give me an animal handling check. I'd like both Owl and Elpis to do so, as you are trying to like coax it to follow you in that direction.
Wow.
What do
Not
baby
great.
yagas like?
Sorry, I didn't hear 11?
7.
7?
17.
Okay. I'm going to say that with the Elpis, you don't really you can read it, but you're having a hard time like getting it to notice you, follow you. You're kind of struggling with it, like it reading into you. Either you're like I'm too loud or I'm too curt, and you're kind of like you watching Owl seem to like be in tune with this thing, almost like he's got some like bond with it that you're trying to figure out. As you start to like, it seems to at least generally follow you in the direction you're heading. The back of the party, I'm imagining CB. What's your plan here?
So is Fate waking up now? Like you guys are
So-
what?
I was wondering about that.
You can wake her up. She'll eventually wake up on her own. But if you want to just wake her up, that's up to you guys.
Yeah, I'll wake her up.
Would you? No.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna walk like 100, let's say 100 meters, and start.
Ah.
I'm not violently shaking you awake.
What
but,
I miss?
Elpis is moving just ahead of us with the house-like thing, and also with. Do we know Schnookums' name?
Owl.
Oh yeah, Owl.
Owl.
I just heard Schnookums, so I forgot Owl. With Owl, and so we're just gonna keep a little bit of a distance. I think it's a little bit spooked by you. What with the
Do
whole.
we trust this thing?
Well, I don't think I trust anything out here, but that doesn't mean that I automatically think we should set it on fire. So, because it's a little spooked now, we're gonna keep our distance.
Oh, we're heading where?
Well, so I didn't get a chance to have a conversation with you but like, what the fuck are we doing again?
We're bringing this child, quote unquote, back to Dr. Susanna.
We
Yeah.
want to?
Yeah.
I think we should. I think this is a bad thing.
I'm not. Sorry,
She's
I'm
not
not.
there.
I'm not with
This
you.
is Cameron checking in.
Yeah.
Because like, once we do that, what's our goal?
I don't know. We stumbled across them in the
Okay.
middle of the forest. I'm
So
not-
right now, so to answer your question, Fate, right now we're just trying to get this house leg thing back.
Here's
We're
my
helping
thing.
them.
Here's
We
my
wanted to
thing.
we wanted to stay over in their house and rest. And they said in order for us to do that, we needed to help get this child home. And we were inspired to do that because it's a child. So we went to help find the child. And that's in
Baby, in fact.
the baby. And we're hoping to get just some respite.
Here's my thing. I think I have instincts, right? And you've seen good things happen with my roles. And I think these roles are leading us towards some things. There's a reason why it was set on fire. It is a bad thing. And this bad thing is going to come back to another bad thing. I think it's a hag. I think the two things together is going to cause boom, boom, bad things.
Just to be clear, you think it's a hag and you thought you would provoke it.
I don't think the house is a hag. I think Schnookums, Dr. Schnookums is a hag.
Right, but okay, if you heard a thing that a thing likes, you're still provoking the initial thing.
Like if I set Eric on fire, you would be mad.
Yeah, I would still say I'm provoking you.
Eric's not a bad thing. I think the house with legs is a bad thing, and it's okay to.
But it's dear to. It's held dear to Schnookums /Owl and Dr.
Susanna.
But I don't think here's my big thing. This is old fate thinking here.
Yeah.
We know that the dice told me to light on fire.
Mhm.
We know it is a bad thing because of that. We also know, here's also things that are true. Dr. Elena Schnookums is bad. I think Owl's a good guy, but under the influence of her. And it's fed through food. I haven't got there yet, but that's what I got. And we are just giving this bad doctor more bad things.
So, setting aside just all the terrible logic in there, just the multiple stages of logical failure, which I'm not even going to debate. Platform after scaffolding of shaky ground of logic.
Ugly children.
Even if everything you said is true, which again debatable, reasonable people can disagree. I still disagree with the method that you would take to tackle it, and ultimately, it doesn't even matter if I disagree or not. We don't have a lot of leverage in this situation. We don't know where we are. We don't know where to go. We have no resources. We need a place to sleep. So we're kind of at their mercy. I'm not saying we do whatever they
What
say.
happens if we get under the spell as well?
Well, I don't know. So your solution was to set that house thing on fire to
Don't
avoid.
debate the past. Think about the future. This is what I'm arguing about you right now. Is where we're going is bad.
So you want to go the opposite direction?
No. No. I'm saying let's come up with a attack plan once we get there.
So all solutions end are no matter what, all roads lead to attacking this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, when I say attack plan, I mean like let's be on the offense here rather than the inevitable defense.
So I think we were trying to be friendly with this, and that kind of
That's the past.
I'd like to see what the conversation at the front of this group is having.
All right. So so let's just establish I gave you all the bread and sugar. And honestly, as much as Elpis can find in her pack, she will willingly give. And Elpis is going to say, Owl, I just want to ask you, are you happy?
He's like still munching away on Lumbus bread. It's like, you mean like right now?
Well, yeah, right now, and then also just like overall. Like, do you feel like in your life that it's going the way you want? Do you feel like you can go anytime you want?
Go like leave?
Yeah, like do you feel like you can live your life the way you want?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't thrilled about the, setting the house on fire, but like, yeah, I'm otherwise doing pretty well.
Okay.
Again, it's just, it's my special girl, and I just want to like, do right by her, basically. Like, but no, she's not mean to me or anything. If that's what you're asking, she's totally lovely.
Oh, okay, that's good. And I hand him another piece of bread, and I say, I like literally, I'm just like continuing to hand pieces over to him as I'm talking,
You're like bribing me with food.
bribing you with food, and I just say, "How long have you known your special lady again?"
Oh, I mean, I don't know, like couple weeks
Yeah.
at this point.
Doesn't
Okay.
seem like anything to me.
And if you
You're
and
not here.
yeah, so you've known her for a couple weeks, okay, and then do you always do these kind of errands for her, like to go and get the child and bring the child back? Like, does the child disappear a lot?
Uh, no, I don't think the child's disappeared before. Not that I remember, but it's just like, again, whatever she needs done, I do it, and like, it's not like it's like indentured servitude or whatever. Like, like she
Strange
treats
thing to say.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
saying those in my vows.
Yeah, it's have you ever seen other people, other travelers come and visit?
Eric, would I have seen other people come to visit her?
I'm gonna tell you the answer you would have is no.
Yeah.
What an odd thing to
Yeah.
say.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. That's my understanding. Is yeah, it's like, yeah, it's, as far as I know, it's just been the two of us.
Cool, interesting. And I hand another piece of bread over. Do you know what's gonna happen with this child? Like, what happens next when we get back to the cottage?
I mean, it's like, I don't think anything major. It's just, like, it's like anything you care about. You don't want it like off in the woods, like all by itself, right? Like,
Not at all.
that's all.
Okay. I'll jump back to the back group as you guys are chatting.
Look,
So you're correct. Let's get our minds out of the past. Moving forward, all I'm saying is that we don't have your solution to a lot of what you would perceive as problems. And maybe other people would, not always me, but other people, is to stab things or set them on fire. You have multiple different routes you've taken. I think that Elpis is trying a different route right now, which is talking. So I'm just proposing moving forward, not looking back, that we see how that goes versus the fire stabby fire situation.
I just want to emphasize, these are not my choices.
Right.
So that's the big thing, is like I make these choices based on what is within the dice, as we've established. So it's not that I'm just saying this is the course of action that made sense to me, and I am really worried. I'm worried that this is all gonna go down poorly. And what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do if she talks, we get there, and we all get, taken over?
Just to be clear,
Do
it
a
sounds
backup
like,
plan is what I'm saying.
yeah. Well, I just want. It sounds like you're being driven by fear, which is never a thing you want to be driven by.
Not fear.
I personally wouldn't want to be driven by dice, but you do, that's cool. But you mentioned you were worried and that's why you wanted to do a thing. And so I'm just saying that, we all have anxiety, Fate. It's how we deal with it. This has turned into a secret anxiety podcast for millennials to deal with.
Okay, we'll cut back to
I
the.
have anxiety, and so does my D&D character.
Going back to you.
Yeah.
The thing is that dice,
Never mind.
there's only 6 answers. You know? There's nothing else. Anxiety and fear mean, like, I can't control it, but that's like better.
So I'm confused though. Are you want to make a plan, but you're also saying you can't control this? Help me understand.
That's what I always do.
I'm saying, help me at least make a backup idea that you'll go with me for once. So if I have an idea and I roll these dice to see whether or not it's a good idea, I don't want to be the pariah of the group all the time. I feel like everybody just doesn't believe me, and I've consistently been right and led to good things. We've been able to get rid of some really bad stuff, and these dice don't, prove us wrong. So why am I always considered the crazy one who's just being all over the place when, like, in reality, what we've done has led to good things? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. All I'm saying is, do I have your support if things go wonky again?
I want it noted, stated for the record.
Who are you talking to?
Everybody who is listening, the audience listening, that Cameron.
Oh, we're OOC.
The logical fallacies going on right now are driving me crazy. But I'm trying to stay in character.
You did a great job.
and only to address some of them. Like, not that I'm saying I know you're playing your character. Anyway, Cameron would handle it differently. Did you want to jump back to your group? I don't want to take up all the time either.
Finish your thought. We'll jump back to the other group because I got something coming up.
I don't think the group thinks you're a pariah. I do think that it can feel from the group's perspective that maybe sometimes you make decisions without, the group's not aware of them. And then things happen and we have to respond a lot. Like when you blew yourself up.
Now, when you use words like that, that puts me in a shame spiral.
And that's where we'll cut back to the other group.
So, Eric, what I'm hoping we can actually do, I don't know how long we've been walking, but I would like to take a water break. And
I don't have water.
That's fair. And I'm wondering, I want to spend like 4 or 5 minutes trying to bond with the Baby Yaga before we get back to Dr. Susanna.
Okay.
We're still following, right?
Yeah.
Michelle, like you.
I'm picturing you guys are like slowly.
Yeah, that's what
Slowly gaining on
sorry, I
us
just want to make sure
probably.
that we didn't lose you.
But I want to try Owl's approach, and I just I want to say to the Baby Yaga, I don't know. Communication is something that I hold very dear, and I don't really know how to communicate with you. But I want you to know that I, in my group, for the most part, didn't mean you any harm. And I want you to go into a safe and loving environment. And I don't know what's in store for you, but I do not mean you any harm. And I'm sorry about what happened back there. And I try to do like Fate, or not Fate. Elpis doesn't really know how to interact with this, but she tries to like pet the side of the house. She's not sure what to do.
I like that. Can you guys either give me like a persuasion or performance, animal handling, whichever you want, and I'll give you advantage on that.
Ooh, lovely. What's my performance on here? Why did I see it? There it is. Persuasion and performance are the same. Let's use my Elpis die. Well, that's a good start. 29.
Oh.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
I think it's gonna like crouch down a little bit as you like take this break, and like the big part of like the basically the corner of this house comes up and nuzzles your arm a little bit.
This is different. I like this. This is a unique experience, and it's teaching me a lot about the different ways we can communicate with each other.
And then it bites out your head.
It's about that's all I had. That's all I had planned. And then I just say to Al, thank you for sharing everything with me, and I'm glad that you're happy where you are.
Well, thanks. I I never really got the chance to ask you guys what your deal is and where you came from. Like, how'd you end up with the forest here?
So we were traveling with some other people, and we got separated from them. We've been trying to track down some missing children. And so it actually really rang true when you said you were coming out to get a child that had gone astray. That's our journey too. We've been looking for these kidnapped children, and in part of that journey, we got separated from our group, and we actually just popped out of a portal onto your front lawn. And so we don't know where we are and where to get back. We need to go back to Sonder, we think, to see if we can meet up with our party. We're lost. We're dazed and confused, really.
Do you even know what Sonder is?
Oh, have you heard of Sonder?
Would I have heard of Sonder? No, I don't think so.
We're
Okay.
so fucking
We're
far.
so far.
Because remember, there wasn't
No.
where we were before.
No, that's true. Yeah. So we're
Doesn't ring a bell, but
panicked.
sounds tough. Sounds like a tough road ahead for you guys, but you got some good eggs with you, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thank you. I really appreciate your kindness.
As you having this conversation, maybe you're just like getting yourself ready to break for stop your break, unless there's anything else you want to jump into.
I would like to do psionic power, psychic whispers, and just try to establish a telepathic communication with Owl.
With me?
With Owl.
Oh, with Al.
Oh, with me.
Okay.
What happens when I do that? What's in that brain of his right now? Is it like I just want to like see if there's another
So that's
person
you're
there.
not able to read their mind.
It says you can establish a telepathic
Which means lets you
communication.
talk to them in their head without having to say any words. So you don't have to
Like
make
Yeah,
voice.
but
It's
if
not. It's
he's
not.
Do they have
fucked
to be willing?
It's not like detect thoughts.
no, but if he's fucked up, maybe something in his head was because that happened.
Maybe,
Remember,
maybe something else will talk back to you.
That's
who
what I'm
knows?
saying. Because last time that
But
happened
that,
to
I'll
Sean.
let
didn't it?
Matt do that.
I know, but I'm just trying to.
Okay, so what do
See,
you?
that's
What
what I
do you? Yeah, what do you do? So you're talking to him telepathically.
Yeah, new connection. Who dis?
So does it have to be like a willing participant, or does it just like appear in my head?
Oh, you have to probably roll something. It's like 1d8 damage, which is weird to me.
Pardon me.
The creature can end the telepathic. But
Oh,
then
no,
it's
so-
damage. So
No, 1d8 is how long it lasts.
but it's a damage in my defense.
No, it's just because it's the way D&D Beyond sets it up. But in the text, it's like roll it to see how long it lasts. No, it doesn't have to be willing. She can just do this. She can force her way into your mind.
Okay.
Not into your mind, just
Can talk to you.
talk to you.
Yeah.
What do I hear?
Well, I would say you hear. Do I know that this is fate? Like, do I recognize the voice?
You would recognize the voice. I don't think it you're not. Yeah, you're not making.
Is this is like what is this? Like a once per
No, you can do that whenever.
I can do it whenever? It's a cantrip?
Mm,
It seems like kind of crazy.
keep chatting with Matt.
Oh, it's right up there. Right there.
Yeah.
I can just do it whenever? Because then
Yeah.
I was gonna talk to what's
Help.
his name? Chunt?
Oh.
No. What's Cam's name?
Sean Bugley.
Chunt Bugley, yeah. So, what do I hear? When
You
I
just have to say the first part of the name.
hey Al. How are you doing?
So
Blink twice if
think-
you're in trouble.
Owl would be like startled first off, and just like Joel to be like, "Oh, you're awake, I guess."
The creature can end the telepathic connection at any time, so you can stop it whenever you want.
What now? He's like, he's not thrilled. He's like, "What do you want?"
Oh, I thought you were saying that to Eric. Like, what now?
No.
Okay.
No.
Blink 30 times if you're in trouble.
You can't see his eyes. We're walking behind him right now.
I was gonna do the Simpsons joke. It's like pull on the rope 86 times if you're in trouble and 87 times if you're okay. No. Are you in trouble? Is Dr.
And-
Sputnik lady
Robot.
entrapping you somehow?
So what I would say is, okay. So the way Owl responds is like, no, like I am here with my lady out of my own free will. I chose to come here. I chose to be with her. I choose to do these things for her because she means so much to me. She's a really powerful lady, great person to have on your side. That's it.
Can I do a perception on that?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because
Perception?
you can, like, an insight.
Yeah, insight.
Again, tell me what
Insight?
you're trying to do. Are
I'm
you,
trying to figure out if that's a lie or not.
okay, so
It's an
roll,
insight.
roll me an insight check.
Saying it under duress.
Owl, you can roll either a persuasion or a deception. You
I
don't
roll-
you don't have to tell me which. If you're doing it on
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, you can hide your rolls just so not
Hide your rolls for me so I don't see it.
and then give me
Okay.
the result.
How do I hide rolls?
I think when you
Before.
I can also just not look, but I would rather you
Oh,
should.
because I can. Oh, I see. To everyone. Oh,
If you're worried, we just won't look. Don't look.
Yeah, I won't look.
okay.
It's quite
So
easy though.
it's that roll plus
So go away. Sorry.
plus my modifier.
So I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you roll, Leichelle?
17. 17.
Your choice, Matt.
So sorry that it was Fate rolled a 17.
You beat Fate's roll.
You can't
Oh,
say
I
that.
beat Fate's
You
roll.
can't say that.
I can. I
Yeah,
know-
he can say that he beat it. He just can't. We don't know if it's going to be a perception response or sorry,
persuasion or
response,
deception.
Perception response.
Yeah.
But he can do whatever he wants.
So yeah.
if
you
you
don't know
if
so,
you beat him, you get to know what he's doing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So yeah, like from what he is telling you, like it sounds very sincere.
Okay. All right. Well, the last thing I would say is, how is the best way to interact with your lady for the rest of our stay?
I mean,
Folks that are
again, I haven't seen many people around her, so like she has her way with me. We have a special thing going on. I can't say what I can't say how you should be interacting with her, just do right by her. That's all I can say. She's a good person to have on your side. And
As that conversation draws to its natural conclusion,
yeah.
We didn't think so.
I was gonna say he just like kind of just shuts it off like abruptly, the connection.
Oh,
Severs it
interesting.
abruptly.
and then as you pick up the kind of the path you're on, you start walking. Owl taking the lead, coaxing the Baby Yaga and the rest of the group in tow, Owl takes a step, and his foot starts to sink into the snow. As it does, ripples of snow starts to crumble as a pool starts to form, and you see Owl sinking. The snow kind of breaking up into what looks a pit of sand. And that's where we'll take a quick break.
Ooh, quicksand.
I just want to note, Cameron I was going to agree with Fate. Like, I was going to say, like, I will, like, back you up next time around. I really like the fact that I didn't get to do that and stuff may go south. It was just what the fuck happens. But I am curious, though, quickly. What is when Fate is talking to Owl, can I tell? Can she hear me talking to her, or during that time am I just like trying to respond and I'm like, Fate, what the fuck, like, Fate,
No, I think it's just like I could probably hear you, but I'm also having a telepathic conversation with this guy.
Okay, so you can like indicate that you're busy. Okay,
It's not like you're having like this impassioned like I'll back you up no matter what. You're
it's just, like blank.
you're like a sister to be blah blah blah. And it's just like dial up to that.
Right.
Okay.
Go
So
grab it. Go
that's
grab
all
a
I know
tea.
how to-
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll come back in a sec.
Okay,
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
All right, what's up, party people? We're back with another back half of an episode. So as you're having the conversation with Owl telepathically,
Me?
yeah,
No, he
and,
ended it.
and just as he breaks it off,
Oh.
you hear in your mind a like, and then the sound goes silent as you see Owl stepping, leading the charge, and breaking through, getting pulled into what looks like a swirling vortex of sand, starting to pull him under.
Can I just clarify?
What do you guys do as you start to see him kind of like ankle deep and he's starting to move?
Before
You are
we-
running out of time as he is going down.
Wait. I need to stop.
Bullet time.
Stop. Bullet time for a second. I need to clarify. As much
He's waist deep. Go.
as much as I love the Folly work, always love your Folly work, babe. Love it, love it. What did I actually hear? Can you equate it to something?
Chittering?
Like a spider?
Chitinous chittering.
What the fuck is chitinous?
Well, that's on you.
Just Google it.
I feel like I'm gonna spell it wrong and I'm gonna have
You're not going to like it.
Guys, I'm sinking.
Okay.
Owl's starting to sing.
How far away am I from Owl?
As far as you want to be.
Okay. I'm gonna reach over. I'm just gonna decide how far I think this is, and just like stay in my spot and reach over and grab Owl's arm if I can. And I want to do that, triple R thing,
Mhm.
And I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability, and I'm going to give an advantage on dexterity checks to Owl
Mhm.
for up to 1 hour.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, use the strength that's both inside you and outside you to get yourself out of this. And I probably like fling back and let go.
Question.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things happening here. Do you
Yeah.
let her grab your arm?
Oh, that's a good question, because before I wasn't allowed to give you a hug.
Hmm.
I don't know how.
I think this has happened very suddenly, so he's not thinking, and he'll just grab.
As you do, your hand kind of goes through his hand, and you feel a like bony, like very emaciated hand inside. Like your hand kind of like you lose like the vision, like you're cutting through this illusion where you feel this very emaciated form.
Elpis, when she realizes that, Elpis says, "That's okay. We all have our flaws." As she pulls back.
Oh, she pulls back?
Well, after she cast the spell, I had said that she flung back.
All right.
So
Okay. So you are
Is
you have
he
advantage on dexterity.
a necro?
Okay.
I'm imagining like a Men in Black bug.
This is almost what I imagined you doing.
Love it. Okay. You're starting to sink. You're down to you're down.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna actually take this off because I'm warm. No other reason. Well, I used my rope.
You toss your rope in.
Okay. Owl will grab onto it.
Okay. If you're gonna try and pull yourself out, I need you to make a strength check to try and pull yourself out.
You got it. I did not succeed.
Okay, as he goes waist deep.
No.
What are you guys doing?
I make the chitinous chittering sound that I heard.
Out loud?
Yeah.
So we've run up to this now.
Yeah.
I go.
Owl just looks incredibly confused.
Well, I tried.
It's like, what is that? I'm sinking.
Yeah. You start to see him like he's not only sinking, but he's starting to like swirl into this like it's like almost like a vortex down to like going down into a funnel. Way to describe it as the sand starts to rotate around under his weight.
I need to point of order. When you said before I feel at peace. Do you mean dead at peace? Or it felt
Keep
kind of good?
thinking.
Ooh, sorry, you're talking to me?
No, I'm asking Eric.
Oh, sorry.
I don't think
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
use the word
sorry.
at peace.
What did you use?
All of a sudden, you feel at home.
Who feels at home? When was this?
This is vision earlier.
Oh.
Okay. That's an important distinction. God.
Well, I tried the rope, and that didn't help.
Waist deep. Sinking. Belly. He's navel deep.
Well, I only have like a rope. Like I don't have anything useful.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cast. Okay, so the bone, so it felt weird, but that didn't mean I couldn't touch.
No, you touched something.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to now run over to probably CB, and I'm going to say
You're running up to him.
I'm going to run up to him, and I'm going to say, "You actually have to use your physical strength now," and I give you advantage on strength checks.
Stop being a
It
chunt.
said that you can use his dexterity strength, so I wanted you to use your physical strength.
You know, CB is like has no physical strength.
Yeah, I know, but you
Okay.
probably have more than Elpis does. She's got negative.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm 0.
Oh, okay. So she's got negative. So anyone at this point seems to be probably better. So I want you to try and go over and help pull him out. Is what I want you to do.
Okay, but I've
So as you do this, Owl, you feel your live and dexterity start to fade as the concentration shifts to CB.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had a feeling about this. I don't think it's a good idea that any of us get in there.
Will not get in there.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Pull his arm. Pull him by the arm.
How far is it to reach over this?
I could touch him.
He's starting to pull away, so it's now getting into like. So at first it was 5 feet, now it's 7, 8. As he sinks, he's getting further and further away.
I can't reach 8 feet. Can't you fly? Can't both of you fly?
Yeah, but I don't have any strength. I can't pull him out.
You lifted somebody before.
No, I
Oh.
didn't. It didn't succeed. Oh, it did succeed. All right, I'll try.
I can't use my wings. I've used them already.
I haven't used my wings, so I can try. So I will fly up above and try to use strength.
Okay.
To
Give
pull him
me a. So you're trying to pull him out
yeah,
while flying.
yeah.
Okay. Give me a strength check, just athletics check, to see if you can lift him out.
16.
You get him up to his knees, but you're not able to pull him out. So you bought yourself some time.
Closer to the side, or is he just higher up?
He's just higher up, but he's starting to swirl in. Owl, what are you doing?
Sinking. Where's the Baba Yaga?
Okay. So like, if I'm at my knees, can I like reach to the edge?
You as you like swim down through, you're plodding through. So if you do, it's going to be hard to do that. I give you a strength check to try and pull yourself to the edge.
Okay. Huh. What can I do?
What are you doing, Fate?
Well, I tried the rope. Didn't work. Where's Baba Yaga?
Here, kind of standing.
I point at Baba Yaga and go, help. Help him. Take your foot. Put it into the water to try to help him. Foot. Sand. Foot. Into the sand.
All right, so if you were count quadrupled.
Well, while she does that, I'm gonna stick up my quarterstaff
Okay.
and actually do it there.
And actually do it.
Okay. So you kind of go around to where he's swimming to try and pull himself out. I'll give you guys a strength check for the two of you.
And I have that bonus, right? What's the
Actually,
bonus?
yeah, I'll pick one of you two.
It's
I'll
just
say you can
movement.
grab the quarterstaff. I'll give, since you're trying to get to them, I'll give CB advantage on his roll rather than having you two roll.
Oh, okay. Wait, but I should have an advantage from the thing she gave me. Excuse me. Oh. 15 plus strength. Just a straight up strength check, or is it athletics or
Athletics.
what? Oh, you know what? They're the same. 0, 15.
15. No, as you're pulling, you feel that like Elpis was able to get a little bit. This is not enough to fight against the sand as it's starting to pull him back down to the waist. You good?
Well, have fun.
All right. I'm.
Are you just making it like impossible to grab him?
It was a six. It was a 16 check at waist deep. So Elpis just made it.
Can I just try again?
Guys,
Like if I'm still up above, can I just hoist again?
Try, yeah, give me another strength check. Absolutely, you can keep going at this.
I'm okay.
17.
Ooh, yeah, you're able to pull him back up. You're buying yourself some time. He's back to his knees.
Yay! You all have to help out now.
Can't you just keep
I
doing it?
tried.
Try if you want to use your turn. Try again. That'll be like the round.
If I do
Yeah.
my... Oh, sorry.
If you
go
guys
ahead,
are kind
Cor.
of just watching Elpis.
Well, I was gonna say, if I do my rope again, I imagine I tried to do it and it just like failed. Can I re-lasso? Can
Sure.
I re-Ted lasso?
Yeah, you can free Ted Lasso.
Okay. What do I roll for that? Strength?
Athletics.
Athletics? I don't think I did that. Yeah, 17?
Back to his ankles is you can like get a rope. If you wanted to hold on, you can hold on and pull yourself out.
Yeah.
I need one more
Yeah.
check.
Can I, like, I want to try and like increase my surface area as much as possible to prevent me from sinking. So
Ooh.
I want to do this kind of like hot foot thing to like try and keep myself like sort of work my way out of the surface.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Can I do an acrobatics check for that? Or is that athletics?
You can give me an acrobatics to stop yourself from sinking in this round.
13.
I'll.
Listen. Do a good one.
Is anybody else trying to pull you this turn?
Yes.
Who? Who's making the check?
If you've got the rope, then I'll also help with the rope since
Okay.
I had tried with the
Yeah, can he
quarterstaff.
help with that?
Yeah, go make a strength check as you
Strength. I thought it's athletics.
you drop athletics. Sorry.
That's a nat 20.
All right. Yeah.
17.
You run over like grab the rope and then just yank.
Find like a good rock to dig my feet against
Yeah.
and just
Enough messing
And
around.
you're able to pull him out of this sinking vortex.
I did it. I'm a hero.
Wait.
I have a feeling that Elpisa is like pretty winded now. Like she's probably like that meme that Cam used to describe Gen Con that one time. Like that.
Yeah. I think Owl would be similar because he's been like struggling against this sinking sand. He's like kind of winded, but he
Owl,
turns up.
why are you so thin when we touch you?
You don't know that.
Owl, why do you have a clicking noise in your head?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's maybe that's a you problem.
Guys, I'm
Not in
telling
there.
you, I heard a clicking noise in his head.
Like cordyceps.
It was like a cutaneous, curtaneous kitten.
You know, I learned the word chitinous from Guild Wars back in the day. That's where I was.
Chitinous, thank you. I legit forgot. Chitinous
Yeah, we noticed.
clicking. It was like he was skirting around me. That's what chitinous means. A kite.
Chitinous with a K.
I learned that from Phasmophobia.
Chitin's not with a K.
I know it's not.
I love that.
There was a chitinous clicking.
Okay.
Like, was this your dice as well?
Don't make fun of me, clicky
Can you
man.
recreate it? Can you like? Can
Listen, at least I'm able to take responsibility for my own actions.
Wait, I'm gonna put my hand on Fate's shoulder and be like, I believe you, Fate. I stand with you.
Can we do a history check if we know what that is?
Sure.
Like if I say, can everyone do it? If I say it, can
You
like the two of them
make
do
the
it?
sound.
Can we all Google chitinous?
Give that sound. Give me a nature check.
We didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything.
You gotta be
I didn't
louder.
hear it.
Just be louder. Good enough.
Oh,
Good
the
enough.
cycle starting up?
Chewbacca.
What is the gross sound that I used to make?
I can't hear that.
Yeah.
Mercifully, I can't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me
Zoom
a
was like, nah.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
give me a nature check.
Who?
Everyone?
Everybody that's listening to this sound.
Nature, that's kind of a spoiler alert there, boy. 10.
Well, our characters don't know it's a nature check. 13.
8.
Not a lot. Eric, it's kind of a shitty roll.
Wait on Owl.
No, roll. Oh.
Oh, I need to roll?
Yeah.
I guess no, you wouldn't need to.
You wouldn't need to.
Well, actually, no. Give me a roll to see if you recognize the sound.
Yeah, because he
Okay.
seemed confused.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Al doesn't know what's going on, right? So they'd also be trying to remember
Sure.
or understand.
Nice pronoun work there, boy.
Oh, it was a 9. What was it? A 19 on there, Matt?
What? Sorry, what mine was?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
17.
17. The best you would describe it as like almost like the sound of a grasshopper, like legs rubbing, like the sound of grasshoppers in the brush, or like a beetle's mandibles snapping together.
You know, we all
I don't know that
Like-
sound off the top of my head.
Like-
mandibles tap
Like
together sound.
like basically like a bug's exoskeleton rubbing against each other.
It's
But only
black
this is
guy. He's like the Men in Black guy.
I literally said that
That's what
15
Cam
minutes
said.
ago.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I didn't
What's the-
hear you.
That's the
It was
Men in
eyes
Black
that
guy.
Sideways blink.
Edgar.
And yeah,
I wasn't thinking of Edgar, but I was thinking of the other guy.
the sideways blink guy.
Nope.
No.
No, the guy who like couldn't fit in his own skin. Is that Edgar?
That's Edgar, but I was thinking the big bad guy at the end. That's not Edgar.
Yeah, it is.
No.
So that was gross, right?
Or maybe it is Edgar. Anyway.
It is.
But so Matt, do you tell us that? Because none of us picked up on that except for you. Except for Al.
Wait, Owl's the only one who picked up on that? Oh. No, he wouldn't say
I
anything.
don't think you would either.
Ah,
Yeah. Are you okay?
I don't recognize that noise. I'm
Am I
sorry.
going crazy? No one believes me.
It's not that we don't believe you, but I don't recognize that noise. What do you want me to do?
I don't know.
I've
But-
never heard.
Nobody else clicks in their brain.
I think
She says it like it's a prophetic thing to say.
Owl is gonna be like, look, I am really grateful for you saving me back there, but I'm getting real tired of having to explain myself to all of you. Like, I am not trying to do anything of ill will. You guys actively chose to come with me to help me do this task. I've not forced you to do anything. This is, mostly because my lady can help you. So I'm not going to keep you here, but I'm getting real tired of being questioned about.
Listen, Owl. If you work with us, you gotta have a thick skin or a thick exoskin.
That's I
I wouldn't
don't-
say that because I wouldn't know.
We know,
You hear the host. What an odd thing to say.
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I just say, Owl? Out of the three of us that you've met, I haven't questioned you on any of that. So if I could be allowed to sleep in the house and these two wander off, I'm completely fine with that.
What a nice
Sorry,
guy.
if you want to what? Sorry.
You were upset because everybody questioning you, but I didn't question you. Of the three of us, I've
Yes.
taken you at your word. So I'm just wondering if I could come in and say hello to Dr.
Yep.
Look, whether you can go or not is completely up to her. That's not up to me. But I can if she asked me, like, yeah, I'd put in a good word for you. Say you were true and honest, and you genuinely tried to help me.
I just want to add that I wasn't questioning you. I was making sure you were okay. I was inquiring about your safety and happiness.
I'm going to insight check that.
Happiness is hard to find.
I don't know what I have to beat.
What do I need to do, Eric?
You're just trying to see if they're telling the truth or not, right? So you can roll persuasion or deception. Don't
Okay.
tell us which. And
Oh,
if you
I'm so
beat
screwed.
if you beat a 14, you can decide. Whereas if you don't beat a 14, you got to tell them what you're trying to do.
Okay. I beat a 14.
So you don't have to say if you're honest or not. You can kind of decide what you want him to believe.
Wait.
Correct.
He didn't. No, but she doesn't need to respond. He didn't ask her a question. He just did.
He just incited.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
are you being truthful or not? And you can decide how you want to respond to that.
So what if I decide? Am I allowed to decide in a way?
Does he believe
That-
you or not?
Yeah.
Just say you're being truthful.
Yeah. Okay. I'm being truthful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he takes that at face value.
Two fun things to note. I got a 20 plus 10. And also, Elpis was genuinely being truthful.
I'm being
Yeah.
super truthful.
Right.
Yeah, I figured Elpis was, but
CB,
I got to
Not figured, but maybe
as
not.
these people are eyeing each other down and asking, you hear a voice on the wind.
God damn it.
Lowenstein.
Oh,
Chase Broadstone. Is that you?
Chase Bronson. Oh, I don't know.
Did I just hear this everywhere?
Just kind of emanating. You get the sense that the voice is coming from the swirling sand.
Oh my god. Did anybody else hear that voice?
No. No.
Just now.
And we didn't.
Mm-mm.
From
Not
the
me.
swirling sand.
Oh no, not me.
Well, you're gonna question him now too?
I didn't hear it.
Fate?
I didn't hear it, friend. I would definitely tell you if I did.
Do I recognize the name Chase Broadstone? Okay. Does anybody know the name Chase Broadstone? I'm sure it came from that pile of sand.
No, that's a weird thing to say.
We're in a weird place.
Yeah, that's
There's a
fair.
house with legs over there.
That's a good point. But no, I don't know.
It looks at you like,
What the fuck am I catching strays for?
I'm just a house.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that because I don't know Chase Broadstone.
Maybe
I just
you
know
do.
it came from the sand. I just asked if I knew.
But you don't technically know Sean from college either.
Sean from college?
Yeah.
You mean Sean's character?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kane Cromwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of the premonition, but I don't know. Like, you don't typically want to just go into a pile of sand. It's usually how you die. But I felt at home.
Weird.
Talk it out, friend. You seem like you're thinking to yourself. Do you have a decision to make?
That's I just said all this stuff.
You said it out loud? You should go into the sand. Remember what we just talked about?
Yep,
Got you there.
I certainly.
Now we've disappeared into things before and been okay. So there is a historical.
So you want to walk down into the sand?
No. Courtney is saying this, not Elpis.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I'll go into the sand.
We are never getting this house back.
Yeah. Yikes.
Fate. Don't ever accuse me of not siding with you again.
Not supporting you.
Yeah, and
I won't. This is an act of faith on chance. I think
I
this is.
don't.
I
I don't-
truly believe you will be okay.
I don't believe in fate the way you do.
Well, I
But
don't
I-
believe in fate either.
Wait, what?
And he gets sucked right into the sand.
Yeah, I'm like in the sand as I say that.
Really good.
This is anti-fate,
Oh,
but I
I've
believe
made
it.
a mistake.
What are you doing?
I'm in the sand. Yeah, I'm like saying that as I'm going in.
You're
so-
walking in?
Yeah.
Okay, you're saying that as you go in. As you start to swirl, it starts to rise up. You're sinking like you saw Owl do. It gets to your waist, your chest, starts to feel the pressure, the weight as it's starting to pull you into the into the center of the sand. You start to feel crushed. You start to panic a little bit as the weight is overwhelming.
That's just called anxiety.
As you slide in, do you do anything else before you fall underneath the like your head goes under?
Does he feel?
Any last words?
Does he? What does he feel? Does he feel comforted? Does he feel
Throw
like
the
it's home?
rope.
No, well, this is just before that, right?
Give him a rope at least, so we have some chance of pulling him out.
Oh, good idea.
Toss that in.
Dexterity.
Also,
Do you mean, let's see how well did you throw this rope?
It's like a last second thing too,
Yeah.
right? Like I get this till now.
I'm in Dex at +7, 13.
You throw the whole rope in.
if I can, Eric, while
If I may.
CB is stepping in, I'm gonna perform magical cunning to restore a pack slot.
So restore what?
Throw it out there.
Pack slot.
A pack slot? God. Are you doing housekeeping items as I'm just about to either live or die?
Yep.
Yeah.
About right.
Correct.
Classic.
So my eyes will go wide and I'll just take like a big breath, just like a reactionary, like, oh,
So I need to resolve his magical cunning because he did this.
motherfucker.
As you do,
He's just prepping because
Yeah.
he'll take your spot when you're dead.
you hear Susanna's voice reach out to you. Schnookums, I had told you no sugar. If you want a little bit more, you're gonna have to come back home as you feel yourself get reinvigorated.
Okay.
And then, sorry, CB, what did you say?
My eyes just like go wide, and I think it's more of a reactionary. Like I take a big breath, like you're going underwater, because I don't know what else to do.
Okay. As you do,
Am I breathing?
the rest of you watch him as he starts to sink, and disappear.
Fate is now going.
Um,
Do you do this while you
Oh,
disappear?
can I do that?
Yeah.
Also, like to
Yeah.
retcon, I just want to say that Elpis probably watched a little bit in shock because it happened really fast, but also was calling out for him. Was like probably trying to get him to like change his mind as he was going down, but
Okay.
we all know that wasn't going to happen.
All right. I'm going to cut to CB.
He has his own show next Tuesday night.
One-on-one D&D.
One D&D.
Actually,
So
The Chunt show, I don't like it.
Chunt show. It's after this one. It's
Yeah.
it's late night.
Yeah. Late night with Chunt.
Yeah, for sure.
Not
The
okay with-
aftercare after show.
Yeah, Chunt.
Shunt After Dark.
There you go.
After dark.
CB, as you fall into this
No,
vortex,
we're not done. How about
you feel almost like a moment in time. The second you lose like yourself into the sand, before you choke on the particulate, you start falling. You fall into a chamber. You hear a muted thud as your knees hit solid stone.
Oh, my knees couldn't take.
Catching your breath for a moment, while you get to your feet and taking your surroundings. The humidity is making sweat bead on your brow immediately.
It's like climbing tonight?
The room you're in is round, like a perfect circle, with an alcove in front of you, breaking that line. In the alcove, you see wooden French doors. Beyond just the doors in front of you, you note that there's a number of bookshelves scattered around this circle of rooms. On each of the 11 inset shelving units, which are about equally spaced apart, you see a word in a language you don't understand above each one. And the musty smell in this room hits your senses like walking into an old used bookstore. Behind you, opposite the door, stands an altar with 3 bowls carved into the stone tabletop, or the slab top. The room itself, though, is lit by a glow from the floor below your feet. As you look down, you see what looks like an infinity symbol, with a glow in one of the balls, seemingly starting to shift to the other, like an hourglass. The ceiling rounds towards the central point where you fell out, to the darkness above. When you hit the floor, you are immediately conferred the benefits of a long rest.
Yay, I needed that.
What do you do?
So, use of languages I don't understand. Are any of them in Common, Draconic, or Elvish?
Nope.
Well, I'm fucked then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just had a long rest.
Detect magic off the mark.
How are you doing that?
Bookshelves.
Are you casting it?
Yeah.
Okay, you cast it. Magic lights up on the. Oh. Pretty much everything in this room starts to glow magical.
Sounds about right.
You see an edge of rope start to fall from that where you came from, and then falls to the ground beside you.
It's the rest of the rope, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the fucking.
No one was we were back up above. No one held on to it. They
No,
just
they fell through.
Yeah,
It just was
yeah,
a whole rope.
Yeah.
Very humid. 11 bookshelves. Word in a language above each one. 3 bowls carved into the slab top and an altar behind me.
How do you feel?
Well rested.
But like, do you feel at home?
Are
Pardon?
you casting message?
No.
Oh, I wasn't sure how you were talking to Lee. Sorry.
I don't know what Leichelle is yelling about.
Oh, okay.
I'm casting message.
Oh.
Are you alive?
Yeah, does message work here?
Message would not work. No.
But out of character, Leichelle would like to know how Cam feels.
Let's cut to the rest of the group. What are you guys doing?
I tried to telepathically talk to him and I didn't hear anything.
The thing is that CB is the only person in the party that Elpis really trusts.
Lights.
Slash likes. So
I'm the least toxic of
You're
the
the-
party.
no,
Still
yeah.
toxic.
no, Elpis likes everyone. It's her cross to bear. I think that Elpis Elpis is kind of like gonna kneel at the edge of where she knows the quicksand or quick snow is, and she's gonna say, Chunt, Chunt, and she's
Making me uncomfortable.
yeah, me too. And she's kind of just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm not liking that.
she's kind of just gonna sit there, like leaning over the edge. I would say that she would at least sit there for 5 minutes and like wait to see if anything
Okay.
happened.
Fate, before I'm going to get into CBs, is there anything
I
you
go
do?
over to Elpis and I'm like, I think I'll be okay. I can feel it. I can't talk to him, but you have to trust the dice.
He's either gone through a portal or he's dead.
Remember the last time I rolled the dice and I went in the water? I didn't die. The knowledge is sound.
Al, what are you doing?
I think he would just be like kind of floored that they spent all this time rescuing me, and then he was like, "Well, I'm just gonna walk in there myself willingly. Goodbye."
Okay.
And
I have to go. My planet
think,
needs me.
Okay.
I think seeing Elpis like sitting at the edge, he might sort of lean down and be like, "Do you know why he did that?"
I don't know why he did that.
Okay.
Okay.
Bear with me for a second. CB, you're in this chamber. Stonework, very well manicured. I've kind of described. What do you do?
So first thing I'm gonna do is check out the altar. Can I do an investigation check on it?
So as you look over the altar and you're trying to figure out what this is, I don't even think you need to make a check. As you notice the letters E.T.A.L in the stonework on the edge of this this slab, like the slab top. You see those letters kind of repeated along, and you would recognize those letters as they are tattooed across your chest.
Oh, blah blah blah.
Do I know what those letters are? All right. So I've lived my whole life not knowing what E.T.A.L means on my chest.
Yes, we talked about this already.
Well, I mean, he lived his whole life not knowing what CB stood for, so
It's fine. Don't worry, buddy. You don't have to look it up. The core of it was you weren't sure what they were.
How long has it been up top?
I'm gonna get to that in a second.
So E.T.A.L and the stone. Okay, so I know like this is related to me. What the fuck is this? I'm going to go over to I guess one of the bookshelves.
Okay. As you do, you start to hear a almost like a grinding kind of permeate through the room. After about a minute of you looking through all this, you go to a bookshelf. Which of the 11 bookshelves do you go to? Let's say
What?
let's
Keep
say the door, the first one to the right of the door is one, and we'll go around. Which one do you go to?
What are the words above them?
You don't understand them.
Yeah, but I can still read them as words, right?
Yeah, but they're in a language you wouldn't be able to read. Like it's just symbols to you.
It's okay, so it's not letters, it's like in symbols.
It's in a different alphabet that you don't recognize.
What is the coolest looking one?
The coolest looking one? The one to the left of the yeah, the one to the left of the door.
Okay, quick stop. I'm a wizard and it smells musty in here. Is there a way that smells the least foul?
As you're like, give me a perception check. As another minute goes by, as you're trying to like get your bearings.
Well, that's a critical fail, so
No, you start smelling all the books. They all smell generally the same mustiness.
I
As it
can't
starts to
Gandalf my
slice.
way out of this.
Wait, Cam, can I ask you a question? How many gods are there? Is it 11?
No, I think it's more than 11, isn't it?
I think it's more than 11, yeah.
The book that we have is like
The book's pinned, I think, isn't it?
I have it too.
Is there anything related to the gods, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, instead of randomly choosing?
I wondered that, but like, yeah, so there's like way more than 11 gods.
Okay, I just
I'm gonna go to the coolest one.
Okay. You go to the one to the left of the door, and you start pulling out books. While the text above you can't read, these books are in common. And you start to pull open books which talk about how long are you going to spend reading through these books?
Until I find something that is helpful.
Okay. Give,
you find something that's helpful. The end.
give me an investigation check as you start reading through the books. Yeah, let the roll dictate how long it takes.
So 10 total.
A 10 total. So it's going to take you a little bit of time. So you hear that grinding happen a couple more times. 2, 3, 4 times. As you start reading through some books, a lot of them talk about like mechanical clockwork type devices. You can see the glowing on the floor starting to shift from one side to the other. As you get to a book that is referring to Eterna, a specific goddess that you would recognize as the goddess of time.
Oh God.
Yes.
That's
And specifically, it talks about how Eterna played with time that basically gave the god who removed the mortality of the gods or the immortality of the gods was instrumental to that. So she basically fractured the timeline to let that god slip out.
That's how you get
To
babies.
remove mortality. Are you going to keep reading?
no. I'll move on to another bookshelf.
Okay.
Just
Which
like one
one?
to the right of it.
Just one to the right of it, so that's on the other side of the door.
Okay, I'll go to the left.
You move
Just
to the
the
left,
nearest bookshelf. Yeah.
closer. Okay. Give me a roll on investigation as you look through this.
23.
23. Okay, so this is a little closer. You hear that grinding happen one more time. As
I
you
feel like that's not a good thing.
get a book of legal documents.
Ooh.
Like
Sorry.
it's a bunch of law books. As you pour through, you gather that it's mostly contract law.
Ooh.
Is there a god of boringness?
And with a 23, I would say you get you find a particular book called The Perfect Deal.
Oh God.
Yes.
As long as there's no art in that, then that's fine.
You brought it up.
And as you pull the book, you see like one of the first pages shifting, like a figure on the front of shifting, and you kind of recognize, like, it's hard to make out the face, like if you don't actually see who it is, but you gather it's like a tiefling like devil-like face.
Yeah. I want to go one to the left of that.
Okay, give me an investigation check as you move forward.
18.
18. I'm gonna say it takes another. You hear that grinding a couple more times. Let's see. As you work through these books, you get like almost like healthy living books, like clean living, like almost like
Oh, that was Trump's book.
like
Art of the Deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was slow.
like quality of life books, some like self-help books, those types of things. as you're reading through, you get that kind of vibe from all of these different tomes, each with a different topic, like 5 steps to meditation, yoga,
For gods.
yoga, and so on.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah, sorry.
So there's 11, you said, bookshelves.
Mhm.
12 in the Gods of Order. And I've pulled 2 so far from the Gods of Order. And the last one's a mystery.
Why is the God of Order? What?
I think one is Eterna and one is the Devil, God of Contracts, and there's a Tiefling. And Eterna is the God of Time. So there's 12 here, though. I'm not sure what that has to do with this very humid room. There's a set of wooden French doors here, though, right?
Mhm.
Like, okay. I want to understand. Altar behind me with 3 bulls carved into the slab top. There's no sand coming out of that sand thing, right? Like, I'm just in a room now. E.T.A.L. Go back to the other group if you want.
No, I want to figure out what you do next.
Okay.
Sorry.
Very humid room. So much so that I'm sweating. Wooden French doors.
Talk
I
it
don't-
out.
What would CB do?
I mean, I feel like, as part of a wizard, reading hasn't told me anything about this room. It's talking about the gods.
Mhm.
Gods of order. And there's 3 things here. There's 3 bowls that I'm assuming I need to fill. Like, these bowls are just flat out, like, bowls within a carved tabletop.
Yeah, it's
right?
like a
They're not-
top. Yeah, like a carved tabletop, and these are like
it's
carved
like a
into
sink,
it.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
like a sink. Very musty smell.
You're kind of standing there.
What's the symbol look like on the floor right now? You said it was kind of glowing and
Yeah.
kind of like an hourglass.
Yeah, so at this point, the glow is mostly shifted to the right side, where it was mostly to the left when you started.
Running out of time. But time is a construct. I don't understand what to do with these bowls.
Keep watching. You hear the grinding again.
I have an action if you want to switch.
And I need to figure out what he's doing here for a second.
Okay.
E.T.A.L. Can I go? So I don't know the language above the bookshelves, right?
Don't recognize it.
So can you describe that setup again? I want to make sure I'm not making some assumptions and missing any details, like of the bookshelves in the room.
Perfectly round room.
Okay.
There's a door, and then bookshelves inset into the wall so that they don't actually protrude out into the room. So they're units into the wall. There's 11 of them, equally distanced apart. In the center of the room is where there's that glowing that's giving off the light to this room. Facing the door, behind you would be the altar, kind of like opposite of the glowing symbol. And yeah,
No map.
that's it. No, I did not draw a map for it. I did copy this, what I thought would be a cool symbol, but AI art was there, and it's not copying, so I'll leave it. That's fine. I'll send it after. What are you doing?
Can I go over to one bowl? This is just firing from the hip here, and I want to like cut like with a dagger, cut like my hand a little bit, and I want to put blood into one of the bowls.
Okay.
Ooh, good idea.
Which one? So on there's 3. There's a left, center, and right. Which one do you pour it into?
Far left one.
Okay. Start cutting, bleeding.
Yeah.
The blood's dripping in, seemingly no effect. Then after about a moment or two, you hear that grinding again.
I'm
And
gonna.
that glow seems to be way more into the to the right side.
Okay, I'm gonna try it in each bowl quickly.
Cut
Just
into
brute force in this,
all
huh?
three. Nothing seems to happen. Grinding happens one more time.
And E.T.A.L is written all along the slab.
The border of that slab around.
E.T.A.L, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
As you're standing bewildered, that grinding happens one more time, and the door opens. You hear a clunk, clunk, clunk.
Oh God! What?
As
what am I-
an 8 foot tall
Oh,
automaton,
oh,
Chase, back so soon.
Jeez.
You know you're not allowed to stay in here for this long. And you see him grab you, grabs your neck, lifts you up. You black out. And the rest of you see Chunt Bugley fly up out of the sand, out of the vortex, and hit the ground. Less than a second has passed.
Oh, it's a rival. Or not a rival. What's it?
Passenger?
No.
Interstellar?
no,
Jodie
no, no,
Foster.
no.
Jodie
In
Foster. Jodie Foster.
Insidious, Inception.
No, this is too much.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. This isn't work.
Everybody got it wrong.
Eric is trying to make dramatic pauses, and we're like, oh, it's like that movie. What's that movie called? It's like Inception, but it's like
Contact. It's Contact. Jodie Foster. Contact.
that's what
Okay.
we said.
Sure. So, okay, second has passed.
Negative inspiration?
Wait, in Contact. The time passed for her, but not for anybody else.
Well, what happened there? The
A
sand.
second passed for you
No,
guys.
I-
Oh.
The sand just spit you out. What? How come it didn't want you, but it wanted Owl? I don't. What's going on?
Am I awake or asleep?
You are back awake as you snap back to it. You don't
Oh
know.
my God.
The last thing you have is the memory of the automaton grabbing you. And then you're back up. You feel like about 12 minutes has gone by.
Did you reset your thing, by the way? Out of character. Your long rest.
Yeah, I did the long rest. Yeah.
How do you feel? What happened?
There's I was in a chamber with like a bunch of bookshelves. The sand wasn't there at all. It's like some sort of portal or something, and there's like a stone slab and a book on I think the gods, but I couldn't read the like words above it. You can read languages, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be helpful. Can you cast it on me?
Wait,
Oh.
wait. You
'Cause I
went to a
kinda
different
go back.
No,
place?
it's self.
You went to a different space?
Yeah, I like totally different space with a bunch of information on I think gods from the
Well, if it's okay, if I can cast it on myself, can I jump in?
I don't know if you would survive.
Because our friend over here wasn't gonna survive it.
Well, we don't know that. I
Okay,
mean, I
fair.
also thought I was going to die up
Yeah.
until the last second, but I
Okay.
just, based on what I just went through,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay.
Can I jump back in? Should I not do that? Does it not work?
Do you jump back in?
Do I have any indicate? I guess probably not. I don't know. Like, I guess I'd have like I don't know if I'd have a feeling or not. I don't want to metagame it, but like, no, because the automaton was there, so I wouldn't just jump back in. It's hard to explain what I just saw besides a room full of bookshelves,
Okay.
and like when I was reading them, there was something about the gods in them.
Did it feel like a good thing or a bad thing that happened?
Is sneeze only better?
Yeah, like a sneeze at like a when you knew it was a perfect time to sneeze.
So you're saying the decision was a good one?
Some would say that. It ultimately turned out well. Yes. Maybe. I said I trusted you, so I don't know what you want from me.
I am merely asking a question.
Let's not dwell on the past.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. Are you okay, Owl?
Am I okay? Yeah, but I'm not the person who just walked into the sand willingly.
I wanted to make
You know,
sure before I went
I
in.
guess it was that.
Okay.
I just want to make sure because you just before I went in, you almost went in.
Yeah, but I didn't actually go all the way. I mean,
And
doesn't sound like it was that bad though. So
And from all of your perspectives, CB had gone in, did the thumb thing, and then immediately got thrown out of it.
yeah,
So like you don't even see him going completely in.
yeah, like you
We didn't
were.
have time to react.
Correct.
Yeah, you weren't even gone for a second. You just went down and back up.
That's so weird. From my end, I was gone for approximately 12 minutes. Did my thumb thing look cool? In my head, it looked cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I think it was awesome.
It wasn't as cool as you believing in me.
Like 30 years ago, it would have been cool.
Yeah, like was it franchise spawning cool or was it just like regular? I'm
It
happy
will be
that
back. It will be back.
it'll be back. Nice. I don't know what else to say. That's all I've got. It's weird that it seemed like a second for you guys, but it was a dozen minutes for me. With some confusing. It was a confusing library. Wait, did I recognize the automaton at all? Okay. Correct.
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning Chase.
Okay. Did you ever tell us that the other person called you?
No, he
Like-
just asked if we heard anything.
Someone called you in, and another guy called you something different and
I-
sent you out.
I said that. No, yeah, I said out loud. Did anybody hear the name Chase, or does anybody know Chase?
Oh, did you say Chase out loud?
Chase.
Yeah,
Was it?
just like I wrote it down.
Okay.
Chase Broadstone.
Oh, okay.
But you guys don't know that I got.
I
called
thought that
Chase.
that was a third name. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But I'm not mentioning that.
Okay.
Forget it.
Secrets.
I find it fun. Yeah, that's it for my end, guys. I don't know what else to tell you.
Is it like one of those places we went before where we should all go in? Like that portal we had before?
Wait,
I
did it have
will-
Wimpy?
No, it definitely didn't, and I get the feeling not based on how it felt to me. It felt like it was familiar to me.
Okay.
You can if you want. I just can't guarantee you're not just going to drown in a pile
No,
of
I
sand.
don't know. I'm not.
I'm not going back in there.
We should just take the child home and figure out how we get back to Sonder at this point. We've been apart from our group.
I agree. I do have a question for Owl, which is, have you ever seen something like this before?
A pool of sand.
Yeah.
Snow sand.
I mean, there's all kinds of, hazards in the forest. So, I'm trying to remember if I've explicitly seen one before, but it doesn't really surprise me, given what we've encountered and what I've seen in the forest already.
Okay. Do you think Dr. Susanna Lowenstein will know anything about it?
Hey, I mean, if anybody knows anything about it, she would.
All right. Well, and that's my mission. I'm gonna go talk to Dr. Susanna. Susanna Banana.
All right, you guys start moving.
Or telepathically say to CB, I still don't trust her.
Can I respond if you do? Like, this is the same thing. Yeah. I don't either, but I think she has information we need.
Out loud I go.
The connection closes.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Hey.
Guess who's coming back?